This unboxing right now is of the 3-volume work of pastor theologian David Clarkson. His dates run from 1622 to June 14th, 1686. Now, there's not much information about David Clarkson, yet one of the unique things regarding Clarkson is that he was the successor to the pastor theologian John Owen. So on the Heidelblog, in Scott Clark's book review on Clarkson's work on public worship, that review, which Clark gathered some information in regards to Clarkson, will help me out with some information in regards to him. Dr. Clark writes, quote, "He was born in Bradford, Yorkshire. He earned his BA in Clare College, Cambridge, which was granted royal license to be formed in 1326. Hugh Latimer, his dates running from 1485 to 1555, became one of the most famous members of the college. While a student there, Latimer was ardently opposed to the Reformation. His Bachelor of Divinity theses attacked Philip Melanchthon. Of course, Latimer would later become a martyr for the Reformation. After his BA, Clarkson was admitted a fellow in 1645. His most famous pupil was John Tillotson. It was he who succeeded Clarkson as fellow when Clarkson left Clare College in 1650 to marry the daughter of Sir Henry Holcroft. Fellows had to be single during that time. He was given a perpetual curacy, in which he served until he, along with many others, lost their positions as a result of the Great Ejection of 1662. David Clarkson held various obscure positions for 20 years until he became Owen's assistant in 1682. Owen would die in 1683. The congregation Clarkson served seems to have been quite small, according to Crawford Gribben. By the end of 1666, Clark quoting Gribben now, Owen had formed a little church based principally around the Fleetwood household, representing a regathering of many of the members of the congregation that had met in Wallingford House. Sarah Cook calculated that by 1673, 16 members of the church were related by long friendship, employment, blood, or marriage with the Fleetwood family and the Wallingford House. Gribben writes, his church did not number more than 40 members. The congregation settled in Leadenhall Street in the city of London. Think Wall Street in New York City. The new location brought new hearers, but not many new members, end quote. Now, if you are a Banner of Truth man or woman, you probably know of these 3 orange volumes of the works of David Clarkson, or you own a set yourself. Now, the orange volumes are now out of print, and just recently the Banner of Truth reprinted these volumes in what I am unboxing right now. This new reprint by Banner has the same hardback Smythe sewn binding, but the book sleeves and color of the hardback and spine are different, which I prefer and which I like. Well, at the end of this unboxing, I'll end this with a clip from the Banner documentary on their hardback books.
Well, actually, from the beginning, one of the things it decided to do was to produce good books, not simply in the sense of their contents, but actually in the sense of their manufacture.
Now that's particularly true with the hardback books, for instance, that we make, where we would produce books that are cloth bound. We use genuine cloths, we don't use paper-based cloths. We sew everything. Now in America, people would be familiar perhaps with the terminology Smythe sewing. That's what we do with all of our hardback books. So we look to produce a quality end product as well as the quality of the content.